Getting ready to take on your lawn? Make your first move with the reliable performance and power of Steel tools. From hedge trimmers and mowers to string trimmers and more, right now save on select gas tools starting at just $149.99. Real Steel. Find yours at steeldealers.com.
What does every grocery store aisle now have in common? Products that come in paper packaging. And we don't just mean the obvious ones like cereal boxes and juice cartons. From beauty products to boxed water, there are more opportunities to go papertarian than ever before. So why should you? Because paper comes from a renewable resource and can be recycled up to 7 times. Simply put, it's the smart choice for the environment. And it turns out, the easiest choice for you. Learn more at howlifeunfolds.com/papertarian.
Hey, Brian. I know that you didn't play yesterday, but I'm just wondering what Jude McAtamney has shown you in training camp so far this year. And also, just as a more general question, there's been a handful of Irish guys to get NFL opportunities this year. I don't know how much you've learned about Gaelic football, but do you think that might, start to become sort of a breeding ground for NFL kicking talent?
Well, it's a good question. I can only speak on Jude. He's, when he came here and had his little tryout, thought he kicked the ball really well, had good leg strength and good accuracy. He's improving on his kickoffs with the new kickoff deal. But he's learning a lot, I'd say, from Graham. Graham and I talked about him a bunch. And Graham's done a good job with leading him and helping him through some of the things that, having not played a ton, I think it's important to have a good mentor there. So he's done a good job for us. Glad he's here and look forward to keep working with him.
Someone you're hoping to get onto the practice squad if you can?
Yeah, that's down the line here, but I know that he's doing a good job each and every day, and glad he's here. Yep.
Hey, Dave, what's going on?
Hi, Jordan.
Hey, Brian. I'm curious what you saw when you went back and looked at Daniel Jones in sort of that first quarter, and then what you make of the difference of the first quarter and the second quarter.
Well, I thought there was 2 plays that I'd like to have back, that we'd like to have back, but I thought he played fast. I mean, it's different when you're out there in practice. This was good for him to get out there and get some live reps with a rush and the ability to get hit. He had that scramble. But I'd say he operated well in the pocket. Obviously, the backed up play, we've talked about that one. We'd all like to have that one back. The interception, it's a one-on-one throw down the sideline to Hyatt. So got to do a good job of saving some space and going up there and giving him opportunity. Then if the ball's up there, we got to go up there and get it. So I thought he made a lot of good decisions as the game went on. Made some nice throws, and guys created some separation, a couple drops. But first time out there after a long layoff, live ball. So it was good for him.
What gives you confidence that those kind of mistakes, like the first, I shouldn't say the first bad throw, because really to start the game was, that was almost another interception. I'm talking about the touchdown. What gives you confidence that that's not going to happen moving forward?
Yeah, I mean, things like that are going to happen. We'll work on it. We'll learn from it. We'll grow from it. And we'll be better the next time.
And how's Micah McFadden and some of the injury guys, if you have a second?
Yeah, I don't really have much. I'll have more tomorrow for you.
Hey, Brian, how are you?
Good, Paul. How are you?
Good. A couple of things. Where are you on your second starting cornerback, and did anything happen yesterday that has cleared it up for you at all?
Yeah, we'll keep on competing it out. Obviously, Flott wasn't out there. We'll see where he is this week. Thought McLeod did a nice job, like he normally does when he goes out there. Dependable, consistent, durable. So again, we'll let that play out.
And overall, with your whole defense now, you got to see them on the field, really for the first time with Shane, with some of the starters. Mm-hmm. Do you expect growing pains with a new coordinator, or do you say, no, we can't have that at all. We gotta, hit the ground on day one?
Well, you always say you're trying to hit the ground regardless of how many years you've been together. There's been systems I've been in for 10 years and you're doing that. So, everybody's just trying to do their job to the best of their ability. That's what we try to do. That's what we'll always try to do. And, there's a lot of good things to learn from, as there always is when we play a game, particularly in the preseason. So we'll go ahead and improve in those areas. And, they've been working really hard. I think Shane does a good job. The players have taken to it, and we just got to continue to improve.
One more, if I may.
Sure.
Can you tell Shane has done this before? Obviously, he's not a first-time coordinator. Can you tell that in the game? What you're taking over play calling. It's not your first time. What can you tell when you see him and say, okay, he's been through this before?
Yeah, he gets the play calls in quick. He's good with the situations. He's a good communicator with the signal callers. He's a good communicator with the assistant coaches. He's able to process a lot of information quickly, explains it clearly, precise. So, yeah, he's done it before, but he does a good job of leading, I'd say, not just the players, the coaches, as well as the communication aspect of it. You got it.
Hey, Brian. Thanks for doing this.
You got it.
How hard is what Jacob Johnson did yesterday to come into a team and play a game before practice?
Yeah, it's not easy. Fortunately, he's had some familiarity with some of the people on our staff. I would say we had a number of those players yesterday towards the end that were just here for a few days. A few running backs, fullback / tight end, a couple of guys in the second. That's what happens this time of year. And, he's a pro. I've known, I know some people that either coached him or played with him. James Devlin was a heck of a fullback that I had at New England, who I've maintained a really good relationship with, that had a lot of good things to say about him. And he did a nice job for the plays that we put him in there. Tim Kelly met with him, for the short amount of time. We put in a few plays that he felt comfortable with, and that's what we called.
And then I know Jordan asked about the guys who got injured yesterday. What about some guys who I don't think we saw play? Forgive me if I missed them.
No, that's okay.
David Long, Dante Miller,
yep.
Carter Coughlin. Injuries, rest, are they due back this week? Those
Yep.
three guys.
I'd say I'll have more from you. We did the same thing we did last week, so we did more of a review the game meeting. I'll meet with Ronnie and the rest of those guys here after this team meeting.
But they are injury type things, not rest or whatever.
Yeah. You said Long. Yep. Who else was it?
Long, Miller, Coughlin.
Yeah. Yep. So one's a hamstring, and then Coughlin's working back from his lower leg. So we'll see where we're at. Hopefully they're getting closer. I'll have more from you when we go out there tomorrow or the next day, whatever it is. Yep.
We'll take 3 more. Tom Cannon.
Hey, Dabes. How you doing?
Good, Tom. How are you?
Good. One of the things we've talked about all season is, will the offensive line be better? 1 sack, I guess the hurry on the pick 6. But, overall, it seemed a fairly good effort.
Yeah, they continue to improve. Again, I'd say we've added good pieces in terms of the veterans that we've added. The communication, it was good to get John Michael back out there so he could work with some of the guys. Veterans that care, that are smart, that are tough, that have played the game, that are all on the same page. That's what it requires to be a improved and good offensive line, is making sure 5 guys are playing as one, seeing it through the same set of eyes. And again, I've said, Carm and James have done a good job with that group. It's throughout, again, we're in a preseason. There's not a lot of, unique blitzes and different fronts and communications that go on. So, but the technique and the fundamentals of keeping the pocket firm, protecting inside out, getting some movement in the running game, those, I've been pleased with that.
And there seems to be more depth than ever before, too.
Yeah, we'll see. Those guys are competing. They're doing a good job. I'd say they're fulfilling the requirements that we look for in terms of being smart and staying on the same page, playing together, but then having that physical demeanor and that play style that we covet. A lot of work that needs to be done, but that first group, I'd say in particular, I've talked about that before. We're doing a good job of communicating and trying to play the way that we want to play up front.
Thank you.
Yep.
Just a real quick one. Was John Michael's snap count, the fact that he played a few series there and then came out, was that a pre-planned thing based on him coming back from the shoulder? Is that what that was?
It was. We had him at 15 plays for this game, and we got him to 15, and we took him out. So I think he could have probably played a little bit more, but that was the plan going in, so we stuck with that.
Got it. And just one quick follow on the offensive line. Jake Kubis, the undrafted rookie, looks like a guy who's had a pretty good camp, but obviously you can only keep so many linemen. I mean, I know you're not making a roster decision today. Just wondering what you think of his play in the games, including yesterday. And
yeah, I put him all with most of the young guys. There's been good, and then there's been things that we need to work on. He has the right mindset. He's working extremely hard at it. He's got some play style that we covet in terms of being aggressive, being tough. But there's a lot of things that we're working on with him, just like all the other rookies. But he's acquitted himself well to this point. He's played well in the games. Again, there's a lot of things that we got to go ahead and improve with him. But I like his mindset of where he's at. Yep.
Hey, I jumped on late, so sorry if I'm repeating anything. I just had a couple quick playtime questions. There was a series in the second quarter where pretty much all the established stars on defense weren't on the field, but Bobby Okereke was. Just curious why that was the case.
Yeah, we were trying to get some guys in to get them looks against different players. Their ones, they ended up taking their ones out a little bit earlier, but so that was kind of planned. We were hoping that we could get them against their ones as well. So Bobby was guy that was going to play for a half, but there were some players behind, whether it be Dexter or the outside linebackers, whatever it may be, that we wanted to see play with the other people. So
okay, and then David Long didn't play. Just curious why that was.
Yeah, he had something come up injury wise before the game, so we'll see. Hopefully he'll be better this week, but I haven't had that meeting yet.
Getting ready to take on your lawn? Make your first move with the reliable performance and power of Steel tools. From hedge trimmers and mowers to string trimmers and more, right now save on select gas tools starting at just $149.99. Real Steel. Find yours at steeldealers.com.
I'm Victoria Cash. Thanks for calling the Lucky Land Hotline. If you feel like you do the same thing every day, press 1. If you're ready to have some serious fun for the chance to redeem some serious prizes, press 2. We heard you loud and clear. So go to LuckyLandSlots.com right now and play over 100 social casino-style games for free. Get lucky today at LuckyLandSlots.com.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 18+. Terms and conditions apply.